It's upsetting that you walk around thinking that you're God's gift to the world and getting your hair and nails done, and your children look like they've been dragged through the mud.
Today I will be reacting to a video of a woman who goes off on women for using men for child support in the wrong way. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, Who is Anthony Spade? Link is in the description. Next, we will not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. All right. Today, I'm going to be reacting to a video of a woman who's going off on women that use child support in the wrong way. Now, in today's society, children need to be supported. Majority of fathers that have worked for me and guys that I know that are fathers, they always wants to take care of their child. It's very rare that a man says, I don't want to take care of my child. To the point where most guys who are not taking care of their child, there's always another man around to tell them, hey, you're not taking care of your child. All right. So I don't think a man not wanting to see or take care of his child is common. What's very common is for a woman to make it seem like it's always the man's fault. I always say a lot of women have this black widow effect where at the beginning of the relationship, it's like it's love. Everything is all good until a child comes. Once a child comes, it typically changes the mindset between man and woman. Why? Because women have a natural instinct of survival mode. What do I mean by that? I mean by as soon as a woman has a child, she is prepared to fully do what she has to do to take care of it because she carried it for 9 months, so she has an attachment to it. All right? Now, once she has the kid, most baby mothers are like, okay, what's going on with the man? It puts a lot of pressure on the man. And in a lot of cases, with a man knowing that he has a kid and dealing with his circumstances at that moment, it's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress that men go through. Typically during those beginning earlier years of a kid's life, it's typically when the man's going to leave the woman because she is going to be so depressed and she's going to put him under so much pressure that it's going to kill his spirit. And a lot of guys would rather be away from the baby mother than to be with her and be depressed. But women also use the child as crutches, use them for bait, and they use them for bait scales. They use them for their own benefit, especially whenever they're not in a relationship with the father. And in a lot of cases, child support is nothing but another job. And that's what we're going to be doing today, is reacting to a video of a woman who's upset for women that does that. Let's get to it.
Good morning. I am speaking on behalf of the black man this morning. I know some of this is going to upset women. I don't really care. If you know me, you know that I don't care, because sometimes things need to be said, and this is one of them. So I'm going to say it. I'm talking on behalf of the black man today on the subject of child support, because some of you broads don't know what that means. It is exactly what it says: support for the child. It's not your money. What are you doing with his money? Because that money is supposed to be used towards the taking care of your children from him, because he's not in the house.
Typically in these situations, when it comes to a single mother, she can get a check from the government, she could get assistance in housing, and she could get welfare, right? That's going to give her a little bit of money, and then the child support money will come in as extra income. Then they run out and get a job where they work less than part-time hours a week and make a pretty good living at having a child. The government actually has it set up for a woman to always win just from giving birth.
It's upsetting that you walk around thinking that you're God's gift to the world and getting your hair and nails done, and your children look like they've been dragged through the mud. They have not had new shoes on their feet in months when you get upwards of $130 per week from their father. Where is that money going? Granted, some of you broads are going to say, oh, well, I got to pay lights and gas and rent. You would have to pay that if you didn't have children. So that is a piss poor excuse. The money that is provided for your children should be used for your children. They should not want for anything. They should not need for anything. Let me correct that. They should not need for anything.
She is absolutely right. What I've noticed in my lifetime, women who are not getting any child support from a guy typically have their child living really, really good. And then the guys out there who is paying child support for their children typically is the ones that are wearing the bad clothes and walking around looking raggedy. That's what I've noticed. Single mothers who ain't getting child support, kids always look clean. But mothers who are getting child support, kids always look dirty.
Should not need undershirts, socks, shoes, and anything else that should be provided by the parent. They should need that when you have the money every week to do it. It upsets me because it upsets the man. Granted, y'all's relationship did not work out, and you went to get child support on him because y'all relationship didn't work out, not because he was not taking care of his children, but because he stopped taking care of you. That is why you did it. You got upset because of the number that the judge gave you. You have to now work with it. Use it for what it is for. Take care of his children with that money. That is what it's for. So I'm sorry if this is upsetting to anybody, but I don't really care. It's upsetting to me that all black men get a bad rap for not taking care of their children when their piss poor baby mamas are the ones who are getting the money and not doing what they're supposed to be doing with it.
And I absolutely agree with her. I've hired a lot of black men in the past, and majority of the black men that I've hired always wanted to see their child. I even had a guy that had 7 kids one time, and every time he got paid, all his baby moms would be sitting at the same place waiting for him to come and break them off money. Now, typically these women, they just want more money and they just get greedier and greedier. Why? Because they're mad that they can't have the man. So they take it out on the children. Okay, if you're a father out there and you're taking care of your child and you're going through a situation like this, the best thing for you to do is start keeping records of everything. Now everything is digital. You just don't have to keep records with paper. Start monitoring what your baby mom's doing. If she's not letting you see the child, record these situations so you can help get your child support lowered and you can spend more time with your child. That's what you guys really need to fight for. If you're spending more time with your child, then that woman cannot keep asking you for child support, and then you can make sure the money that you do have for your child is spent on your child. You have to realize the government has it set up for them to be very prosperous, and you're nothing but another paycheck if you allow it. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you was able to get the message. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista. Watch the entire video. If you like the video, press the like button at the end, press the subscribe button at the end, and press the notifications button at the end of the video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about women are looking for relationships and they're looking for romance, but men have changed. A lot of you may notice that you may have an ex-girlfriend calling you. You may have girls been a little bit more nice to you, a little bit more flirty to you. That's because they all have hit the wall and they're now at the desperation phase, all right? But there's a problem with that. And the problem is men's psychologicals have changed, all right? Especially during quarantine, it changed the way a man thinks, but it made a woman less valuable because she couldn't do the things that were giving her the ego. You had women that were getting attention from men, but only fan accounts took that attention, all right? And today we're going to break that down, why men have changed. All right. First, a lot of beta males have gotten worse because of red pill. And the reason is, it's because you have a lot of beta males out there that do red pill things, even though they're not red pill. They're just lashing out because they're very emotional. They watch a couple red pill videos, and then all of a sudden, they're starting to act a certain way to women. So a lot of this dating advice that men have learned, they're trying to use it on women. And women are kind of like seeing the game from a mile away. And they're like, every guy I come across is playing this dating game. Is playing this red pill game. They're talking to me like this, like I'm nothing. I want to be going, I want I want romance. But these men have a different type of mindset. And that's because when beta males first start taking the red pill, you use it wrong. You overdose on it and you go out there trying to use it. You have an attitude with women. And to you, that's your way of raging, but it's actually making you weaker. So you have a lot of men out here now that have the red pill knowledge, but they're abusing the red pill knowledge because they're still beta. Next, men nowadays are not looking for relationships. They're looking for friends with benefits. And the reason why men are looking for friends with benefits is because women have over-sexualized themselves, which have made men desensitized to their look. In other words, a man only wants to have sex because she put herself out there like she only wants sex by using her body to get attention. That's what women don't understand. Women think guys want the girl with the big butt, with the big titties that look like a porn star. When in reality, guys just want to sleep like that. That's not the woman that they want to romance. That's not the woman that they want to take on a date, that they want to introduce to their mom. So a lot of these guys now only want women for sex because women are actually looking like the prostitutes. They're looking like the type of girl that a man doesn't want. And the men during the quarantine had enough time to study and develop the mindset of a woman, which is why they lose respect for them and just turned them into sexual objects. Next, men's minds are deeper in the gutter. In other words, women are starting to talk to guys, and within a couple of text messages, they're already inviting her over to the house. They're already talking sexual stuff. They're already sending dick pics. They're already talking nasty. And now women are like, okay, how do we get back to having regular conversation? You can't get back to having regular conversation because you turned your beta males into a monster. You gave them OnlyFans accounts. You gave them Pornhub. You gave them videos. They started worshiping sex objects because women turned themselves into sex objects. So men have lost the feeling of what it's like to go on a date, give flowers, and do all these type of things because it really doesn't serve a purpose. So men nowadays have been programmed to get straight to the point. All right? You want to have sex or you don't, and women cannot handle that. Next, men have become more emotional. All right? Even though there's a lot of men available, a lot of you guys have the mind of a woman. You're overly sensitive about everything. It's easy to get you off your game. It's easy to get you off your toes. So if a woman go to test you, you're just emotional enough to just not even deal with her and go to the next woman. That's the thing. Men are so emotional now that you're more scared of getting hurt when you have it in the bag. Women want you to romance them, but they're still going to play the test game. So men nowadays do not have time to play these games. So they're just like women. When women don't want to play games and somebody starts playing games with her, she lashes out and she'll leave them alone. And I don't want to deal with you. And she'll go right to the next guy. That's what women are doing. That's what men are doing. They're getting sick of women faster. They're not even lasting total conversation. They're getting rid of them faster and they're going right to the next woman. And women can't keep up with that because you got to realize when a woman is very confident, she's willing to play every game in the world. But the moment she becomes very insecure, she wants the world to adjust to her insecurity. And you just have less men now that's going to adjust to her insecurity because they are emotional themselves. Next, more intentions are shady now. Between man and woman in relationships, there's more shady things that are happening. You know, a lot of guys now may be dating a girl, but they looking at her best friend just as much. It's the same thing with women. They may be looking at one guy, they're looking at another. People are dating for the wrong reason. They're getting to know each other for the wrong reason. Regardless of what most of these guys are going to say, MGTOW, red pill, you shouldn't be dating, you shouldn't be doing that. It's not a natural feeling. It's an online feeling to say that. It's not a natural feeling for you to get up and walk outside your house and say that. You're not at the grocery store seeing a girl with a big booty like, oh, forget her, man. Ain't nothing. You're saying to yourself, that's a nice booty. You're saying that. But everybody intentions now with the opposite sex in couples are selfish reasons. You're not going to be with a woman unless she serves you. She ain't gonna be with a man unless he serves her. Both are looking for courtships, but both brains have been redirected. Next, deception is at an all-time high. And the reason why I say that is, it's because people are too busy working on their persona than working on themselves. They're too busy working on an image that they want people to see them as, but it's not who they really are. So now when it comes to deception on both men and women, they're both trying to portray this role that they pretty and that they got it all and life is just good and life is just happy and life is just so peachy. But the deceptions are wrong. Most people are afraid to show the real them. Everybody has put on a costume and everybody has turned into actors, actresses. And this is why courtship and romance is dead. Women want it now, but they're not going to get it now. And the reason why they're not going to get it is because they have desensitized themselves to men. They have devalued themselves to men. And now they're going to find themselves sharing one man. Because a lot of you guys out there that are red pill and MGTOW, you'll never get a woman again. And the reason why you will never get a woman again is because your neurological system is programmed for hatred for them. So you never learn to jump outside the hatred and look at a woman's mindset and then direct it in your direction the same way a pimp does. All you did is allow a woman to break you. See, when you go MGTOW and you separate yourself from women, you're supposed to make yourself at the better version of yourself. The moment you get to the better version of yourself, women are going to start coming after you. Once they start coming after you, that's when you could train them and put them in your direction without even being in a relationship, without even marrying them, just to have a piece of ass to come by and give you some head. Because that's what you really want. But you've cluttered your mind with some of the wrong information. So men's brain are redirected. And women's brain have been redirected, but their emotions are seeking what they really want. But it's too late because guys don't know how to be the nice guy anymore. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully I was able to get the message across. I'm about to go in. I stay focused by blocking out the world. Too many complications with the modern day girl. I'd rather stack money taking trips around the world. Part introvert, expert at lifting skirts. I stay low key, but when I stunt, I can make it hurt. I go berserk, but then the girls, they wanna call me jerks. They get mad, cause I'm the one that can make them squirt. I stop they flirt, send them back, that really make them hurt. My name is Anthony Spade, the red pill coach. Teach you how to get that money and not get ghosts. Content with the good game, yeah, I got both. But the girls gotta be careful before they get close. The bad guy, cause I never lie. Got an alibi, I'm by myself fighting agendas, so I never die. Everybody claiming they alpha, till you see them cry. Supposed to be stacking your money, but all you do is buy.
Ain't too many niggas out here that can do the dirt. They just wanna catch you lacking, put you on the shirt. I made it happen on my own, I got to the work. And I can't fuck with nobody, I'm an introvert. I can't fuck with nobody, I'm an introvert.